right before I take apart this thing, literally an hour after this video, because we are swapping a V8 into it, or starting the whole swap and everything. And a lot of people nonstop ask me, how much does it cost? How much does this cost? And I mean, I tell most of the people the cost, but might as well make a general video on this whole subject. So we're gonna go part for part how much this thing costs. I'm not including the cost of V1 because I did buy a separate kit for V1. I did separate paint for V1, and a couple things were different for it. So I'm just saying from how I got this car scratched to how it looks now, how much it cost. The overall 2001 M3 E46 Coupe manual with 106,000 miles, I was able to buy for $9,000 US dollars. Everything in this video is going to be US dollars. Basically from there, the body kit that I have, which is from uniquecustoms.co, it's from the United Kingdom. It was $2,000 shipped to America. It fit really badly, so when you're considering stuff like this, know that almost all aftermarket body kits require an insane amount of work to fit. The car is on KW V1 coilovers. I believe new they're about $1,500 to $2,000, but I got these used for $500. They have a lot of miles on them, but once again, I'm switching up the full coilover setup. The paint cost about $300. As you guys know, I went the budget route because I knew I'd be rebuilding the car fairly soon. So the windshield I got for $200, random, but the guy who did the cage cracked it, so we had to pay about $150, which is really, really cheap for a BMW windshield. Me and Rachel installed it ourselves with the material for the sealant or whatever. Okay, so this wing, this APR wing, I got for $1,300. This is actually what most people don't know. This is actually a Camaro wing. If you Google it, it's for a 2010 plus Camaro. And then next, these polycarbonate quarter windows, the polycarbonate rear windows, and the polycarbonate side windows, which I DIY'd with the little vent thing, were about $800. This I DIY'd, so I just combined the material costs. These I actually bought from Condor Speed Shop, and same thing with the rear one. The hood vents, I paid $80 for them. The car came with a Sebin carbon fiber hood because it was in a small accident on the other side here where it crunched the metal, so he got an aftermarket hood. But it made it a lot easier because all I really had to do was just cut holes right here, and I bought the vents and I fiberglassed them from the inside. Moving along to the engine, it's just an S54 engine, which is the M3 stock engine. All it really has done is Megan Racing headers, which are $300, and in here a K&N air filter, which is like $40. I decided to keep it stock because I knew eventually I'd be swapping it, and I didn't want to spend money making the S54 more powerful. So then the side exit exhaust is a big piece that people don't realize how much work it takes. I think I put about $500 for this, although my friend did it for me for a good cost. But basically it takes an insane amount of fabrication, where if you look on the inside here, you can actually see that there's a big metal tunnel right there, right behind the passenger seat, and that the floor was actually cut and this tunnel was welded into place and seam sealed so that underneath the car the exhaust could run, but the car could remain really, really low without having to scrape the exhaust on the floor or anything. Because as you can see, it's about 2 to 3 inches from the ground here, and if these pipes were right underneath the skirt, it would never work because it would just drag all over the place. Moving to the interior, this cage, as you can see, it's a full FIA spec cage, and this cost $2,500. I did paint it white, as you can see. The flock dashboard, it's $150, but it's not for the actual dashboard. It's the OEM dashboard, and there's a flock kit that you could get. There's a flock kit you could get at Beamer World, which is about $150, and I did this all myself in one of the videos. The carbon fiber trim, I just used 3M carbon fiber vinyl and just wrapped it. Random interior bits, I added up to $200, which is surprisingly a lot, but this knob was $80, the shift boot was about $50, the e-brake boot was $50, and there's something else that I'm totally forgetting, but the steering wheel setup is a total of $650. This Momo wheel is a little over $200, I believe. The quick release is an FIA spec quick release, that's $300. And the OMP E46 hub, which you need to adapt to any car, is $120. So that's the full quick release steering wheel setup. It's all FIA spec and safe. The passenger seat right here this is a Rep Recaro SPG, so it's a replica. It's not FIA certified, nor is it a real Recaro seat. It is, I think I got it for $200, but then the mounts and everything was another $300. It's funny how the mounts are more than the seat. But the driver's seat there was $2,000 just for the seat, and it was another $400 for the mounts, so it's $2,400. That's an FIA spec seat, brand new purchased from Recaro, so it's probably one of the best bucket seats you could buy in the market. And then another expensive piece that most people won't realize, this carbon roof is $1,000. It is composite. It only weighs 6 pounds, and the original roof with the sunroof and everything is about almost 100 pounds. You can actually see some of the carbon weave if you look at the reflection in the sun a little bit, but it's really hard to see, but you can see a bit of the weave coming through the paint. A lot of people ask why I painted it if you got a carbon roof. The roof came cracked right here and then 2 places there because of shipping, so I actually had to sand down a lot and I had to re-fiberglass this piece to make it all smooth, so either way you couldn't see all the carbon because this spot right here would be fiberglassed. So now random tiny bits that were I think $200 together would be the plastic trim right here, which I got new for SEMA, and the cowl that sits underneath the windshield right there. Another thing which is also I forget about is the LED taillights, which are $250. If you know, 2001 and 2002 M3s do not come with the LEDs, but the 2003 to 2006 do, so I got LED taillights. I think for the most part that's about everything that I did to this car. There's probably small things I'm missing. Obviously this has been hundreds of hours of work. I did everything with my own hands. If I paid a shop to do this, it would probably be a lot more. I don't know how much, but a lot more. I do everything myself with my cars, and I'm going to continue to do that, even jumping into this whole engine build and engine swap that's going to start today technically. But I appreciate everyone's continuous support with this build. Obviously it has been pretty big because I think we've gained about 70,000 subscribers on the channel in, I believe the first video I posted of the M3 build was 11 months ago. So in 11 months we went from like 1,000 subscribers to 70,000 subscribers, and it's amazing. But now I'm going to dive deeper into the actual guts of the engine. I will be pulling the rear end, doing solid bushings, solid arms, the adjustable race arms, and the engine mounts, the trans mounts are going to be solid, aluminum drive shaft, built V8 engine coming soon that's going to make like 500 horsepower, and a lot of stuff. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video, etc. For people that might want to know how much it costs. Knowing all the information that I now know after building this, I could realistically... Knowing all the information I now know about this car and after building it, you could realistically, if you just wanted cosmetics only, no cage, none of the race stuff, if you just want an M3 interior, a nice street car, you could probably do it for like, I don't know, $15,000 or less. The paint job's pretty simple. The body kit, there's no exact body kit. There's a guy in California making one, but it's like $8,000, so good luck with that. And yeah, there's a lot of bits. The more you do everything, the more you improve. My first paint job was a lot worse than this. The second one improved a lot, but still, there's still imperfections. So the next time I paint it, it's gonna be even better. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'm gonna go home now, which is around the block, and start tearing this thing apart.